We call it as posting period. You can write down the heading separately as posting period.
HOST, right?
POSTI, post.
Posting, okay.
Well, I have a question to you. Think about this. If someone joins in the mid of a month, today is 12th March. So on 12th of March, suppose I join a new company, and maybe 5th of every month is salary date. Do you think that the company will wait for 12th of next month to release my salary?
No.
What
No,
will
they will provide on 5th.
what
Means
will they
for the
do then?
days you worked from 12th to 4th or whatsoever the date is,
Ah.
they will be paying the salary.
So they'll give the salary as per number of days what I worked remaining in
Yeah.
that particular month. So
Yeah.
this is in another way to say the financial transactions of every month will be closed on certain date or day what the company will fix. It can be last Saturday of the month, or it can be 28th of the month, or 26th of the month, or so on. They'll fix certain date which they call for the finance related things or any transactions to be taken in that particular month or to carry on with the next month. They call it as period, period. And posting period is to allow the transactions of previous months to get closed and carry on with the new transaction afresh in the next month. In banking system, they do this day end process also. I don't know whether you have heard about it, where they have to just check how much deposits have happened, how much have they released to the customers, what is the balance sheet, and take the balance to the next day. Actually, to be very strict, cashier and managers should stay back until it gets balanced, and then they are supposed to leave. So it is something called like day end process. So these sort of transactions will happen in companies where you will have to close the previous and allow for the next one. That is called posting period. Now, how it is generally done, why am I saying here? I'll give you the clarity on that. Just after finishing your enterprise structure part, we haven't started any transactions now with the company. We have just defined the enterprise structure, assigned it. That's it. We didn't start with any sort of transaction. Now, before doing that, I will have to first check to what extent the fiscal year or the posting period has been closed in my company. So for that, you write down this T code MMRV. MMRV. Hope you are able to see it on the screen as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Shall I continue? Written?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enter. Observe here, allow posting to previous period. If at all there is anything pending, I would like to allow posting for previous period by using this particular T code. This is to allow posting to previous period. My company is PTPL. PTPL. So it lasts for the company. You can see right bottom T code, and the input to be given is the company code here. I proceed, enter. Observe, luckily, because it is live and all are working on this server, of course, for practice. Here you can see current period is 3/20/21, that is March 2021. In this, what we should observe, we can observe what is the current period of this particular company code and what was the recent period which was closed, previous one, and last period in previous year. So this is taking the calendar year 12/2020. The previous period which was just closed was 2/2021, and the current period which is working is 3/2021. So it should be in the current month, current year. You should not go beyond this also. If you go beyond, then for transactions you will have to wait until you get that date. So you cannot do like you are going to forecast something, do it, system will not allow because it will take the date and time as per what you have in the system. Thus it should not go beyond current month and year. And here observe, post to previous period, what action can I do? I should check this box. This is to allow posting to previous period. Make a note of it, this box to be checked, allow posting to previous period. You can write down exactly what is appearing there.
Yes, sir.
It may be a little bit of writing exercise, but it will be clear if you make a note once. Let me know once you have written.
Yeah, done.
Done.
Okay. So as of
Next
now we have
one minute.
allowed. And then
One
where to
minute.
post? You allow it here. How to post then? Write down the next T code. MMPV. 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 Observe this close period for material master records. This is to close period for material master records. We have from company code to company code and next period including fiscal year or relevant date. So it is saying either you can go in terms of period with fiscal year or date. If you start closing date by date, it will become very tedious process. Of course, month and year also it is not that easy. If it is of very old period, maybe some 5 years or 8 years or even before, then you have to start closing month by month. For that year, again you have to continue and demonstrate that in a short while. See, this is a place where we are going to close it. Now I'll take for the company what we are working on, company code PTPL. Observe what system says. I'll enter 3 here and 2021. Observe the option here, this check and close period. It is not only to check or only to close. We'll check and close. Check and close period. I'll execute this. Observe what system says. System says that it is incorrect because it's already done. It says period entered, month and year is this, second close period. But this is already done. No more conversion taken. As of now, it is in 3/20/21. Now let us observe other companies which are not in 3/20/21. Then it will be even more clear to you. Hope you got this.
Uh,
Write down this
Ramchandra,
T code. Yes.
hello. See, I'm getting what actually you are doing in the screen, but
Uh,
what is the background meaning of closing and checking? The concept I'm not getting actually.
I told you no. See, any transaction which
Uh,
that's the reason I gave you the example of salary.
yeah, there.
So
Like
if at all
uh,
you would like to take some transaction to the next month, or if you are considering any particular date as last working day in that, then being the last working day of that particular month, financial transactions after that will be carried on to next month. You can write down this posting period
Okay.
variant.
Variant.
This is
This is.
this is to maintain accounting periods. Maintain accounting periods
Okay. Okay. Okay.
which are to be open or closed.
Okay.
Open or and both. If you want to keep certain period open for certain transaction, you are waiting, then you may keep it in terms of date. You can go then. That is very much required when you are in fact filing income tax, and you are showing some accounts for some purpose. In the previous month itself, it has happened. You want to submit it somewhere as a document. So in such cases, it is required. So it is for generally to maintain accounting periods. I repeat what I said. Posting period variant. This is used to maintain accounting periods which are kept open, or are closed for posting. This is generally done to open and close period. Open and close period in fiscal year, FISCAL, fiscal year,
Okay.
for posting purpose. For posting purpose. Hope that clarifies.
Yeah. I got the concept.
Fine. Take one more T code, OMSY. OMSY. Observe this change view, materials management view on company codes. Here you have company code, company name, year, period, fiscal year, month, and fiscal year. Of course, that 12 what you are saying is total number of months in a year. For the sake of demonstration, observe this, there is some company created after company code 0001. See this?
Yes.
And the year is 2016, period is 9. Period is 9, year is 2016. I use that company code, observe MMRV, I take it MMRV here. Instead of PTPL 0001, I take that KBCD. I enter. Now you can observe current period it is showing 9/2016. Previous period closed was 8/2016 and previous year was 12/2015. So this is where we have to allow posting for previous periods also, because currently we are not in 2016, we are in 2021. So we are allowing posting to previous period in this particular screen, MMRB. Then moving on to MMPV. So that 0001. So what was the period?
9
9
2016.
2016. I should take the next one, 10 2016 here. It should check and close. Now we execute this. Okay. It says period entered 10 2016. Getting? Are you observing that?
Yes.
Do you observe this 10 2016?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now just imagine I have to repeat it again. 11 2016. So like this I have to continue. 12 2016, then 1 2017, 2 2017, to the extent of 3 2021. How much time would it consume?
Around 10-15 minutes more than.
Whatever, if it is still of some older year, it will definitely take, and it is not the smart way of doing it. The moment you create enterprise structure, you have an option with OMSYT code. You should not have started with any transaction, only then it works. You can see now period has increased to 11 2016 because two periods I just closed it. See, the other things they have already started working, because of which system will not accept. Else what you can do is, see, you have this UVI technology something. I can directly enter 2021 here and 3. 2021 and 3 in this particular screen OMSY. I can edit it directly to current period. That is the purpose of OMSY. Change view, materials management view on company codes. So I can directly do it. But condition is I shouldn't have started with any transaction. Anything, even any little bit of configuration or creation of some material or anything. If I start, then I have to go with MMPV. That is regularly used, MMPV. I have to keep closing using MMPV only. This works only in the initial stage, OMSY. The moment after you create enterprise structure, you can use this. Observe this UI technologies 2021-3. I enter this. Can you observe? Automatically, it has closed to 2021 to 2012. Getting that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I try for this, observe in the same screen, I try with that KBCD 3. If I enter this, it throws an error. System is giving the information saying that company code this cannot be initialized. Hope you understood.
Okay. Yeah.
The moment you create enterprise structure, you should look into posting period. Then we'll proceed with further transactions. Got it? See, it comes back to 1611. I have to do it by MMPV only.
So we can only enter the year manually for the companies which doesn't show any kind, which only
Yes.
shows blank screen.
Yeah, very initial stage where no transactions have started yet.
Okay, for if it is like 2003, 2004, then we need to
You
do it
have to do
manually.
it MMPV. If you start with, that's the reason I'm telling this specifically here, after completion of enterprise structure, immediately you should do it with OMSY.
Okay.
The way you have UA technologies here. Immediately you have to do it with OMSY. Then it will get closed, will proceed. Or else what happens?
Okay, yeah,
You have to take
but
MMP.
if okay, for example, if there is some company like, for example, Bestron Germany, it is showing us 2016-7.
Hmm.
Once you open the screen OMSY, if it is showing like this,
Hmm.
and if you want to enter it manually, we
Hmm.
can't do it, right?
You can't.
We need to again do. We can again need to go as MMPV
MMPV.
and
Yes.
okay, if it is 2016, okay. If it is 2004, 2000, 1999, then
Whatever it
it's
is.
oh, okay.
This will not be a problem for you when you start doing it, because you should take a caution before proceeding. You should do it here. The others, what they have done, those who have taken those company codes, they have simply carried on with further transactions without closing it at this stage after creation of enterprise structure. So for them, it's an issue. They have to close it using MMPV and then continue. That's all. And in real time, when you start working, it will not be that very old. 2004 only. Maybe year or 2 years. That's all. It will not be that very old. Got it? Shall I proceed?
Yes.
So this is about posting period part. Next, you write down material master configuration. These configurations are crucial, core MM part, whatever I'll be discussing from here on. So be aware of it. Before proceeding, I would like to ask you, when I say material, what type of materials do come to your mind? General. You don't be specific with this material, that material. How can you classify
Raw
materials?
raw materials,
They are raw material,
scrap,
scrap,
and
uh,
semi furnished.
yeah, semi-finished, and we have finished as well.
Finished.
Finished. So material master settings, as you told, it's correct. We'll look into what all are SAP standards as these material types available. We'll look into that. We'll go one by one slowly. After completion of this general settings, material master settings, we will create materials. Then we'll move on to vendors, vendor master settings, and vendor creation. And later on carry on with the business process. As far as module is considered, what are the key topics to be discussed? We'll take up one by one. Now, looking to this material master settings, write down first step under that to define attributes of material types. To define attributes of material types. That's the first one. Write down the path. SPRO, IMG, SPRO, IMG. Logistics General, Logistics General, SPRO, IMG, Logistics General. Under Logistics General, Material Master. Under Logistics General, Material Master. Under Material Master, basic settings. Basic settings. Under that, material types. And here I have defined attributes of material types. I repeat the path: SPRO, IMG, Logistics General, Material Master, basic settings, material type, define attributes of material types. Hope you have written.
Yeah.
Define attributes of material types. See, these are few material types, and there are few copies also made in this. I'll tell what you need to remember. Before that, you can write down this material type as a separate heading, a subheading. Materials of common features. Materials of common features are grouped together. Are grouped together. This group is assigned with the material type. So as you told, all materials on which we are going to work is raw material. Once you start working, unless until it is finished, it is semi-finished. Once you finish, it becomes finished. See, while considering the definition of semi-finished, maybe only stickering is pending, maybe only some barcode to be added, rest all is ready. Still we call it semi-finished. Until unless it is finished, it is semi-finished. That's how we define it. You can write down few material types, SAP's standard material types. ROH, self-defined position. ROH is raw material, SAP standard. ROH, raw material. Then HALB, semi-finished. HALB, semi-finished. FART, finished. FART, finished.
ఇంకా 2-3 minutes.
At times when we receive certain service, maybe in the form of consultation, or maybe to maintain something, maintenance, housekeeping, catering, etc., where you cannot quantify in terms of numbers, but you can say so much worth or value, we take it as service. Hope you understand this. Raw materials
I
I can
didn't get
number
it.
100 numbers, 50
Okay.
numbers, but
Okay.
I cannot number like that for some consultation or some service what we take as admin service or so on. So for that we call it as service material. Write down this DIEN service. DIEN service. We'll have a little bit of extension if you don't mind. Once the time expires, we'll connect back. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Then next, LEIH, returnable packaging.